And welcome everyone to a Missouri Valley Conference chat after the championship game on Sunday. I'm Andy Katz, pleased to be joined by Drew Valentine, head coach of Loyola Chicago, now heading off to his first NCAA tournament as a head coach. 64-58 title in St. Louis over Drake. Essentially, Drew, how did you guys hold them off at the end because they were making a late run?
Yeah, I mean, we've got the utmost respect for Coach DeVries and their program. I mean, we've talked about it as a staff ad nauseum. They have a group of winners over there. Guys that are experienced that obviously made the tournament last year, and so we knew today was going to be tough. But at the end of the day, I think we got the stops that were needed. We struggled scoring down the stretch, but we ended up getting a couple of huge stops down the stretch, and we're able to finish with the complete the possessions with grabbing the rebounds. And a couple guys stepped up and made some huge free throws as well. So I'd say a combination of getting those stops, finishing possessions with rebounds, and then stepping up, knocking down a couple free throws.
Listen, nothing is easy. When I saw you a week ago in your office, you had to go to Northern Iowa. You ended up losing that game. That meant you had to be the 4 seed and play them again, and did a great job defensively before you even got to Drake. How do you assess what this team has accomplished in the last week to get this title?
Yeah, it's I think, I don't know if we do what we do this week with the edge that we played with this weekend, especially on the defensive end, if we don't lose that game at Northern Iowa last Saturday. And so it's been a crazy week. It's been a whirlwind. I mean, you go from being so disappointed, not only in not winning the conference tournament or conference championship regular season, to then having to play be in the 4 or 5 game, which is crazy. You lose you think you might be the 1 seed, then you end up the 4, and then to come here and do what we did and lock in for 3 wins in 3 straight days. It's been a crazy week, but I've got a really great staff. I got so much support from administration. We've got so much support from some of the best fans in the country, and really blessed to represent this program.
There was a time when everyone assumed, none of us were on the committee, that you were a lock as an at-large if you didn't win. And then a couple of bumps. And so there was some stress and some pressure. How did you, your staff, the players block that out and not deal with that en route to this title?
Yeah, I just think it's our preparation. Like, we the way that we prepare, and I've been lucky to work for some great mentors, and Tom Izzo and Porter Moser. If you prepare like every game is a Super Bowl, if you prepare like every game has the same importance as an NCAA tournament, when you get to March, it just seems natural, and the guys are so bought in and they embrace it. And so having to do 3 different game plans in 3 days is something that our guys embraced. And so I just think our preparation all season, it leads to us not feeling as much pressure and just letting us go out there and try to have some fun during this tournament.
We have talked about how the strength of this league, especially at the top, it's unfortunate that the league can't get a ton of teams in, multiple teams like that. But how did these teams, the Drake and Northern Iowa and Missouri State and Bradley, how did all these teams, do you think, prepare Loyola Chicago for what you may face in the NCAA tournament?
Yeah, I mean, I think our non-con really prepared us for conference season. I mean, we've obviously played at Battle for Atlantis. We, played a neutral site game with San Francisco. We went to DePaul, went to Vanderbilt. So then you factor that in with, like you said, the Valley. It's such a grind. It's such a tough league. It's so well coached, so many talented players. And so I definitely feel like, just like how people came at us, like the intensity in which you had to compete every possession to come out with the win because you had that chip on your shoulder. I definitely think that prepared us for this tournament, and I definitely think that prepares us moving forward as we go into the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, the experience that you have, I mean, obviously you don't have Cameron Krutwig this time around, but how much do you think the experience of the core group of guys that beat Illinois a year ago in the NCAA tournament will help you with whomever you face in the first round?
Yeah, I mean, it's always, I mean, they know it's like the same thing, as we come to this tournament. They know the process of how you got to get your bag checked. They know how you travel. They know what the process is for Selection Sunday. They know not to just be happy to show up there. They know about the open practice the day before the games. And, so when you think about all those small things that kind of go into the tournament, things that might throw you off your routine, it's nice that they can, give the newcomers and the young guys kind of words of advice and let them know what to expect over these next couple of weeks.
Hey, one last thing, Drew. One of the last pieces of the net, if not the last piece, you screamed at the top of the ladder for Sister Jean. She's there. She's obviously the super fan. I love talking to her. Unbelievable. Just how sharp she is for her age. What has she meant to you now as a head coach?
It's just awesome to have such a positive, person represent your community and represent your university. Obviously, she loves our team. She's so loyal. We talk about, the games all the time. And she's just such a great ambassador for the university. We love her. We appreciate her. And it's very comforting to see her in person this year after we didn't get to last year.
Well, congratulations, Drew, on a conference championship, the AQ out of the Valley. And this Loyola Chicago team is going to be very tough to put out in the NCAA tournament. Congratulations again.
Thanks, Andy. Appreciate it.